Paul, we come out in the first half with you agree, better performance. Second half was sort of scrappy, but I mean the run's now over, and can I get your thoughts first of all on the performance from the boys?
Well, first half we were excellent. A lot of game we went toe-to-toe with them, which we wanted to do. We didn't want to come here and sit in. Obviously we're the guys we've got up the pitch, we felt we could take the game to them, and that's the way it materialised. Give a goal away, young Jack made an uncharacteristic mistake, but apart from that, he's 18 years of age. It's good for him, he's learned from it, but he's a good player. They score from it. Game was neat at that time, and then we got back in the game. Great cross from Kyle Flynn, and Michael stuck it away. And then we had a couple of chances. Header from Byers, young Fraser's at the bar. And in fairness to them, second half, then they came out, and the first 15 minutes we were in the change room still, and they weren't. They controlled the game.
Two quick goals.
More ball, more fight. We were at 6s and 7s, and that's what really was cost us. And then they seen out the game in terms of our performance second half wasn't where it should be, and I'm disappointed with the way we played.
The final third obviously was hardly anything there. We had one shot in the second half from James McClay. I mean, the whole second half the boys just looked like they were lost in time. Would you say that?
Well, it's just because they were better and they controlled the game. Like at the end of the day, they have a lot of experienced players in there, and I told them at the start of the game, our boys, it's a good benchmark for me to see where we're at with this run. We've got good results recently with the one with a lot of emotion, a lot of effort from the players, but you need more than that. You need a bit of quality, and you need more football. And we'll get there. We've brought in young players to do that. The young players we've identified. It's going to take time for them to settle in, but they can still play. And we're just a team in transition, but we're still very hopeful that we'll continue to do well.
I mean, obviously we launched a great run. We come down here with a lot of confidence today going into that. I mean, where would you say it obviously went wrong? I mean, because we started off brightly, as you said about it, and most of the first half we done very, very well. We got back into the game right away, but this just seemed to sort of switch off. I mean, well, how is the boys after that today, after being on such a good run?
We're disappointed because we talked about it there, obviously. So I told them just get on with it. Give them a couple of reasons why this has happened. We have to be better with the ball. Simple. You know, if you give the ball and you keep giving the ball to the opponent, and they come at you, going to give more chances. So we have to be better with the ball. We've got players who can hurt teams in this league. Really good players. So we just have to take care. We have to have a better approach to it. And as I says, like, a fight was still there, and we were a bit flat, if I'm to be honest with you, but the fight wasn't too bad. I'd say the fight is still there, but listen, they can't keep giving full commitment and effort to the level that they're doing. It's really, really difficult, but as I say, you know, that's where we have to have a plan B, and plan B is better with the ball. And as I says, the last 10-15 minutes I thought we tried a wee bit, and as you say, James had an effort. But we have to take the game to teams, particularly the better teams, and Lough at the end of the day, or sorry, not Lough, Warrenpoint at the end of the day will be up with Lough at the end of the season, so they'll be thereabouts. So it's a good benchmark for me to see where our players are at, and it's back to the drawing board now next week.
Yeah, obviously say about the young lads have come in over the last couple of weeks. I mean, obviously it's taking them time to bed in, obviously with this type of level of football too. I mean, are we going to see any more new faces coming into the squad over the next couple of weeks?
Well, we'll have to obviously benchmark what we're doing here as well, so we will have players viewed. We have players on the radar. It's just getting them. It's the possibility of getting them as well, because it's getting the players that we need, the right players that we need, and that's obviously within the budget as well. So we just have to kind of keep searching, but there's possibly room for an hour or two. But at the minute, you know, we're more or less where we should be, but we will continue to. If somebody pops up, it's really a no-brainer. Then we'll look at it.
And finally, we've got a couple of weeks now coming up at home, which is obviously a bit of advantage for us now. Bit of regrouping now for the boys this week.
Oh, definitely. Listen, at the end of the day, it's just a blip today. As I says, we didn't get around the game second half. We were good first half, and then we were back to what we were doing second half. But it's a compliment to Warrenpoint as well, because they did what they did to us what they should have done. They were better with the ball. They passed the ball faster. They had a wee bit of rhythm. They got the ball wide. Ball in the left causes problems. He obviously hit the bar for the second goal, which really got their momentum going. So listen, it is what it is. We're still in transition. We will get better. The players are honest. They're giving it their best. As I says, maybe second half we were in between, you know, with our understanding, but of, you know, giving the effort that they give and being better with what they have to do. So listen, they're an honest bunch, and we'll be back on the pitch and ready for next Saturday.